Thank you, Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, for considering House Bill 57, which will give each of us an opportunity to help our local communities and emergency management services agencies across the state. The bill makes three small but important revisions to Kentucky revised statutes that will go a long way in helping to create a more cost-efficient and effective regulatory framework for our EMS agencies and providers, the ones who are taking care of our citizens back home and that we all need and appreciate. These important revisions are the result of collaborative efforts of the EMS task force from a few years back and working with the Kentucky Board of Emergency Medical Services on the language. And the first revision is on page 1, section 1, adds classifying to existing language along with licensing, inspections, regulations for ambulance service, mobile integrated healthcare programs, and medical first providers, and puts this under the Kentucky Board of Emergency Medical Services and gives them the ability and responsibility of creating the classes of providers rather than putting it in statute. Secondly, the House Bill 57 expands reciprocity and would recognize licensed out-of-state paramedics and EMTs to enable them to deliver ambulance-based services to our citizens when their licenses are comparable to corresponding in-state licenses here in Kentucky. And of course, the obvious goal is to address the shortages and remove any barriers that are hindering our local communities from their ability to provide these services. And lastly, the requirement of determination of death by a paramedic would be removed from statute and placed into medical protocols, which is the same that every state that borders Kentucky has in place now. Mr. Speaker, if there are no questions, I move for passage of House Bill 57 as amended by Committee Substitute 1.